The cyanotype process, also known as the blueprint process, is a printing technique that is singular in the sense that it does not involve any silver. The process allows to fix pictures using impo sulfide of soda with the paper coated with iron salt and then used with the process of contact printing. Objects and negative are to be placed on top of the paper to let the UV lights burn the exposed areas to create an image or an outline. The cyanotype process was first introduced by John Herschel in 1842. Sir John was an astronomer trying to find a way of copying his notes. He discovered the cyanotype process around the same time Talbot and Daguerre discovered alternative photography techniques. The process was not used for most of the 18th century. It became popular later in the next century as a way for photographers of printing snapshots, proofing negatives, and preserving archives in a stable and cheap option. Later, it also provided the mechanism used for creating early blueprints by architects and engineers. It is in Herschel's writing that we find the first use of the words photography, emulsion, positive, and negative. Cyanotypes were popularized by the botanist Anna Atkins, who used the process to document ferns and plants. Atkins was a pioneer, as she was the first person to introduce a scientific book using photographic illustrations. How to use it? To begin, paper is coated with a solution of iron salt and potassium ferricyanide under low light. Both equal parts are mixed in to activate the solution. Once the paper is coated and dried in the dark, an object or negative is contact printed on the treated paper and placed in the sun. The exposure time varies depending on the UV intensity and the time of the day. It can take 20 minutes and up to a few hours, maybe even days during the winter time. To stop the development due to sun exposure, the paper needs to be placed in water. The blue tone will then appear. Areas that have been exposed to light turn blue, while unexposed regions wash clear. The cyanotype was resurrected by experimental and niche photographers in the mid-20th century and appears in the contemporary work of Adam Futz, Christian Marclay, and Megan Ripenhoff, among others. Cyanotypes have a particular way of transforming images. With its blue tint, the printed image is automatically transformed, and it draws the eye to observe singularities and details. Today, it is mostly for the experimental and curious artists. Your time to play.